ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to our daily morning reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you for joining. Please accept my humble obeisances or glories to Srila Prabhupada. I seek and I beg blessings from Srila Prabhupada, the entire Guru Parampara, my Guru Maharaj, so I can speak a few words in the glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam for my own purification, and I seek blessings from all of you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So, we are reading from Canto 1, chapter 18, titled Mahārāja Parīkṣit, cursed by a Brāhmaṇa boy. And in this chapter, for the first 10 shlokas, we saw that Mahārāja Parīkṣit was being glorified, his birth, his death, and his dealings with Kali, the personification of the Kali Yuga. They were described. And then from verse 11 to 17, we saw that the sages of Naimisharanya were speaking and they were expressing their eagerness to hear Krishna Katha to Suta Goswami. And then from verse 18 that we read yesterday, we saw how it starts with the word Suta Uvacha. So Suta Goswami is speaking from verse 18. And before continuing to describe about Parīkṣit Maharaj, he glorifies Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and he expresses his humility. So the sages had asked how Parīkṣit Maharaj, despite of being a Kshatriya, how could he attain perfection simply by hearing about Krishna? And in Suta Goswami's response, in yesterday's verse, we heard from His Grace Viraj Krishna Prabhu how Suta Goswami was grateful for the association and blessings of the devotees. And then he glorifies Bhakti and the holy name of the Lord, which transcend the material designations like the caste or which caste you are born, your birth. So, in essence, Suta Goswami says that Bhakti Yoga is the natural and eternal occupation of the soul. And regardless of one's material position, material condition, where they are born, their caste, externals like that, regardless of all of them, bhakti, loving devotional service to Krishna is always spiritually uplifting and it is satisfying. So yesterday's verse and today's verse, they are connected. They are setting stage for explaining how anyone can take devotional service, and anyone, regardless of their birth, can benefit from it. So now let's see what today's verse says. We'll go to verse 1, 18, 19. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye ashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। कुतः पुनः कृणतो नाम तस्य महत्तमेकान्तपरायणस्य योऽनन्तशक्तिर्भगवाननन्तो महद्गुणत्वादयमनन्तमाहुः। कुतः पुनर्गृणतो नाम तस्य महत्तमेकान्तपरायणस्य योऽनन्तशक्तिर्भगवाननन्तो महद्गुणत्वादयमनन्तमाहुः. Let's look at word to word. Kutaha, what to say. Punaha, again. Grunataha, one who chants. Nama, holy name. Tasya, his. Mahat, tam, great devotees. Ekant, exclusive. Parayanasya, one who takes shelter of. Yaha, he who. Ananta is the unlimited. Shakti, potency. Bhagwan, the personality of Godhead. Anant, immeasurable. Mahat, great. Gunatvat, on account of such attributes. Yam, whom. Anantam, by the name Ananta. Ahu is called. Translation and purport by Krishna Kripamurti, His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And what to speak of those who are under the direction of the great devotees, chanting the holy name of the Unlimited, who has unlimited potency. The personality of Godhead, unlimited in potency and transcendental by attributes, is called Ananta, unlimited. So here, Sutta Goswami is saying in this verse that the Lord is Anand, he is unlimited in his power and his qualities, and the holy name of the Lord is also Ananta, and it is as powerful as the Lord himself. And those who are Parayan, who to the name, those who take shelter of Lord's devotees, what to speak of them. So anyone, regardless of their material qualifications such as caste, if they chant the holy name sincerely, especially under the shelter of pure devotees, then that person, the chanter, is also purified. So let's read the purport. Would anyone like to read the purport, please?
I can read, Mataji.
Yes, please.
Purport. The Dvijabandhu, or the less intelligent, uncultured men born of higher caste, put forward many arguments against the lower caste men becoming Brahmanas in this life. They argue that birth in a family of Shudras or less than Shudras is made possible by one's previous sinful acts, and that one therefore has to complete the terms of disadvantages due to lower birth. And to answer these false logicians, Srimad Bhagavatam asserts that one who chants the holy name of the Lord under the direction of a pure devotee can at once get free from the disadvantages due to a lower caste birth. A pure devotee of the Lord does not commit any offense while chanting the holy name of the Lord. There are 10 different offenses in the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. To chant the holy name under the direction of a pure devotee is offenseless chanting. Offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is transcendental, and therefore such chanting can at once purify one from the effects of all kinds of previous sins. This offenseless chanting indicates that one has fully understood the transcendental nature of the holy name and has thus surrendered unto the Lord. Transcendentally, the holy name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are identical, being absolute. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord. The Lord is the all powerful personality of Godhead, and He has innumerable names. which are all non-different from him and are equally powerful also. In the last word of the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord asserts that one who surrenders fully unto him is protected from all sins by the grace of the Lord. Since his name and he himself are identical, the holy name of the Lord can protect the devotee from all effects of sins. The chanting of the holy name of the Lord can undoubtedly deliver one from the disadvantages of a lower caste birth. The Lord's unlimited power is extended on and on by the unlimited expansion of the devotees and incarnations. And thus, every devotee of the Lord and incarnations can also be equally surcharged with the potency of the Lord. Since the devotee is surcharged with the potency of the Lord, even fractionally, the disqualification due to lower birth cannot stand in the way. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So even though in this verse there is no specific mention about varna or caste in this verse, but it is clearly a continuation of the previous verse. So Srila Prabhupada opens this purport by criticizing the current casteism in India. Srila Prabhupada often quoted Bhagavad Gita 4.13, where Krishna says, Chatur Varnem Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. The Vibhaga, the divisions, the 4 divisions of human society, they were created by me according to Guna, the qualities, and Karma, work. So, Prabhupada emphasized Guna and Karma and not the Janma, the birth. In one of the lectures, Srila Prabhupada said that caste is not by birth, that is the caste is by quality. So Prabhupada's position on this was very clear and consistent, that real varna is based on qualification, gun, and the activity, karma, and certainly not on birth, janma. Prabhupada strongly condemned the jati-based casteism. He said that it is foolishness, it is a deviation from the original Vedic varnashram system. And Prabhupada gave many examples of how people from so-called low backgrounds who became spiritually elevated and even became acharyas because of their devotion and their qualifications. And Prabhupada always mentioned Haridas Thakur, who was a Muslim by birth, and he became a Namacharya, the Acharya, the teacher of the holy name. It's proof when Prabhupada trained and initiated, thousands of Westerners who are even outside of Varnashram. Prabhupada gave them the Janev, the Brahmin thread, when they exhibited the right qualities. And so this is a proof, this demonstrates that Srila Prabhupada rejected the caste by birth. Once Prabhupada also said that India is suffering now because of this false caste system. And being from India, many of us can vouch for the existence of this discrimination because of some people's pride based on which caste they were born in. And even though this belief is popular that one is born into a certain caste, it is not supported by the scriptures. Srimadbhagavatam 3:33-6 says that even a person born in a family of dog eaters, if he even once utters the holy name of Supreme Personality of Godhead or chants about him, hears his pastimes or offers him obeisances or even remembers the Lord, then that person immediately becomes eligible to perform even the Vedic sacrifices. And in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami says that those who are engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are free from the reactions of all the sinful reactions. And the same thing Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. He says that he takes charge of the person who surrenders unto him, and he makes that person immune to the reaction of his past sinful activities. So Prabhupada says that one may be lowest of the low, a chandal or a dog eater. But if he takes up the process of chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, then he is immediately eligible in the age of Kali to be called Brāhmaṇa and perform Vedic sacrifices. Prahlad Maharaj appeared in the family of demons. Hanumanji appeared as a monkey, but they were so dear to the Lord. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, he gave people a love of Krishna without any discrimination. And he showed to the world that Krishna Bhakti is universal. It is available even to Shudras, Malichas, and Yavanas. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made the prediction that my name will be chanted, will be spread in every town and village of the world, it is indirect indication that it will be available to even Malichas and Yavanas. So, and Mahaprabhu had appointed Haridas Thakur, who was born in a Muslim family, as the Namacharya, the master, the teacher, the spiritual master of the of chanting of the holy names. So this shows that for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well, birth was irrelevant, in the face of sincere devotion. And in another Gaudiya scripture, Chaitanya Bhagavat, it comes that the Supreme Lord Anantadev himself, he praises Haridas Thakur, and he says that even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they also desire to associate with devotees like Haridas Thakur. And all the demigods, they desire to touch the transcendental body of Haridas Thakur. And simply by saying his name Haridas, one will be promoted to Krishna's abode. So, holy name of the Lord is so powerful. It has unlimited potency. It is Ananta, as our verse says. But Srila Prabhupada, he warns us against the offenses in chanting the holy names. And I'm a neophyte. I have no realization in this regard. The offenseless chanting, because my chanting is less, and I'm sure it is full of offenses. So I have no realization, but Srila Prabhupada, in various purports, he gives us tips on how to develop offenseless chanting. Srila Prabhupada says that repeated chanting will bring one naturally to the stage of offenseless chanting. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he quotes a verse from Padma Puran. And it says that even if in the beginning one chants the Harekrishna Mahamantra with offenses, still by chanting again and again, one will become free of these very offenses. So, as we know, there are three principal stages on the progressive path of chanting the holy name. The first is Nam Aparad, chanting with offenses. That's the lowest stage, and that is what Srila Prabhupada wants to warn us against. So, in this stage, we commit one or more of the 10 offenses of the holy name, the Nam Aparads, such as disrespecting the devotees, or inattentive chanting, or chanting for some material gain. And in this stage, the characteristics are, that chanting feels very dry and mechanical, and it feels forceful, something you have to do. And the heart still has the material desires and negativity. And one just does not feel Krishna's presence. But it is still better to be in this stage than not chanting at all. The holy name is still powerful, But the process of our purification is very slow in this stage because our offenses are blocking the full effect of the holy names. And the next stage is namabhas, chanting in the clearing, the purifying stage, when one begins to feel some peace, some clarity, and some attraction for the name. And our anarthas, the bad habits, they start to go down, and the process of chanting, the process of rendering service, it becomes more joyful and more natural. So Namabhas means chanting with sincerity, but still not with complete purity. And again, if one continues to try to avoid all the 10 offenses and chant humbly, attentively, and regularly, then one can progress unto the third stage. And also, if we receive the mantra from Guru, bona fide Guru in the Parampara, then Guru's mercy and blessings of all the Acharyas in the Guru Parampara is also added. And even if we are chanting Nam Abhas, by serving, by trying to serve the Guru and the Parampara, as well as chanting with your full efforts, full attention, then one can gradually rise to the platform of Shuddha Nam. So third stage in chanting is the Shuddhanam, the offenseless, the pure chanting. When the true holy name will fully manifest in our heart. And this is the destination Srila Prabhupada wants us to go to. And in this stage, Krishna fully reveals himself to us. When the chanter it takes full shelter of the holy name, become Nama Paraya, and with full faith and devotion, without any desire for material gains or liberation or even any any mystic powers, so then the name never leaves the heart or lips, even if one is not chanting on the beats. Internally, the name continues to go on, because in that stage one is getting deep taste in chanting, and they have the attraction for chanting. So in this stage, Krishna personally reciprocates with the devotee. Because as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nij Sarva Shaktis. The name is invested with all the power, and only this offenseless chanting brings that full experience. So while chanting, when we need to be careful to avoid these 10 offenses, the name of Krishna is, as we know, is non-different. Abhinatva, Abhinatva Nama Nam. The name Krishna and the person named Krishna, they are non-different. And the name is not just a symbolic sound, it is Krishna himself. And it carries the same purifying power as Krishna. So when one chants Krishna, one is in direct contact with the all-powerful, all-pure Supreme Person Krishna. And when we chant sincerely and humbly, Krishna enters our heart and begins the process of purification, just like the fire, it burns the wood. It burns the wood to the ashes, just like that. The holy name burns the reactions of our sinful activities, our past karma. And it cleanses the heart. Cheto darpan marjanam bhava mahadava nirvapanam, the first verse in Shikshastakam. So holy name cleanses the mirror of the heart, and all the desires, all the attachments, and all the impressions or the sanskaras from our previous lives, which even if we don't want to, they push us towards acting sinfully. So they are all wiped away by chanting seriously. Our Guru Maharaj used to say that it all comes out in the wash. And it doesn't just remove the past sinful reactions, but it also removes our tendency to commit sins in future. So like that, when once our heart is cleansed, then naturally the true devotion awakens in our heart. And Prabhupada often emphasized that even a child can chant and be purified. Just like fire will burn anything, any wood, any kind of wood that touches it. Mm. So the potency lies not in our ability to chant, but the potency is in the power of the name itself. And the first step towards offenseless chanting is humility. Mother Devhuti, she surrendered to Lord Kapil, who was materially her son, but she still surrendered to him. And that shows that process for understanding the Krishna Tattva, the transcendental subject matter, is not by challenging the person, but it's by submission. And the entire bhakti process is a process of submission. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching Trinadapi Shunichena Tarorapi Saishna Amani Namanadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So to be Kirtaniya Sadahari, to be able to always chant the names of the Lord, one has to be humbler than the grass and more tolerant than the trees, and one should not be very proud of their intelligence or their achievements, but one should give all the respect to others. And so first step towards offenseless chanting is our humility. And the second way is by developing service attitude towards the Lord. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, that is what we are asking for, the ability to serve the Lord. So one needs to consider oneself the servant of the name, the servant of the Lord, and servant of the servants of the servants of the Lord. And when one realizes that the holy name of the Lord is identical to the Lord, then one becomes ready to chant the holy name of the Lord without any offense. I'll quickly touch on His Grace Mahatma Das Prabhuji. He often holds a japa workshop, and some devotee had compiled a list of 32 ways of how not to chant from his workshops. So the first way of how we should not chant is to-do list japa. When we are externally we are chanting with our tongue, but our mind is making the to-do list for the day, or the shopping list, or the bills we have to pay. So and the second way how we should not chant is the I hate him japa, and only when we sit to chant, then for some reason we start thinking about the people who hurt me and how badly they hurt me, how much I hate that person. Next time I will do what I will do to get back at that person. So all these impurities of our heart, they surface when we attempt to chant. Then there is pump up your ego japa. When we are chanting, we think of some situation and how right I was and how wrong the other person was. And then, with each mantra we chanting, we are getting more and more convinced how perfect and faultless we are. So it pumps up our ego. And like that, we come up with more and more creative ways of how we should not be chanting our japa. Like we do beat the clock japa, and we try to chant each round as fast as we can just to get over the task of chanting. Sometimes we do the robot japa, like mechanical japa, or driving japa, or prajalpa japa, reading japa, or attending the class, while hearing the class japa, we are chanting when we are in the class. So as we chant, we see our own limitations and we try to overcome them. Prabhupada said that chanting means we should hear. Hearing as we chant is the most important thing in chanting. So we focus on hearing each word carefully and with attention, and not just have the mentality of completing our rounds, but we chant to connect with Krishna. And that's the reason, why at the temple in the morning we recite the 10 offenses, because they are the major obstacles. So we should daily pray and try to avoid these offenses. And the first and most serious offense is to offend the devotees. Even subtle envy or criticism, it disturbs our own chanting. So, and also in my experience, every now and then, for me at least, chanting in the association of devotees, it really helps. Every Sunday at the Burbank temple, we do the whole morning program, and we should all try to attend when we can, and get surcharged for the whole week. Then reading and hearing the classes, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, it helps us realize the grandeur and the majesty and the mercy of Krishna and our relationship with him. So this brings the mood of a beggar when we chant. So we can chant like mood of in the mood of a humble beggar. That, oh Lord, please let me chant your name purely. I have no qualification, but please engage me in your service. And such humble mood attracts Krishna's mercy. There is a lot that can be said on this topic, but first of all, I have no realization, and the time, our time limit has reached. So I think we will conclude here. Our Snan Yatra celebration is in 2 days. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a verse. It says that Vasudeva Ghosha bole kari joda ha. Jai Gaur Say Krishna Say Jagannath. The one who is Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gaur, the same person is Krishna, and the same person is Lord Jagannath. So I humbly request all of you to come and take darshan of the grand Abhishek of Lord Jagannath on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. The devotees are very enthusiastically preparing for it. Thank you for your enthusiastic participation today, and inspiring me to glorify Krishna. If anyone has any questions or comments, they are welcome.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. All glories to your service. I do have a query. I've always found this a little bit confusing, that the Lord Krishna and his name are non-different. I kind of struggle with that concept, because I see Krishna himself as being a little bit abstract, a little bit sort of beyond my perception. I have sometimes at 4 a.m. I have, I don't know, like a slight feeling of Krishna, with the early chanting. But I think the only time that I really feel it is in a kirtan, a really sweet kirtan that you don't often experience, but every now and then, you'll be in the right mood, and the kirtan will be right, and you'll have that feeling of the connection between Atma and Paramatma. I was just wondering if you could explain that a little bit more, that the Lord's name and the Lord are non-different, please. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I think we have this experience of ecstasy in Kirtan, because we are doing it in the association of devotees. So we are trying to focus more on the holy name, and we are not distracted. Whereas when we are chanting alone in our home, there are lots of distractions. And even if we look at something, even if we are walking while chanting, we look at things, and we remember, as we said, we are mentally making list of things to do, and we are not fully present in our chanting. So that's why I think we don't have that kind of experience that Krishna is personally present, but we have the full faith in the scriptures and our acharyas. Rupa Goswami says when we are chanting, Krishna is dancing on our tongue. So I think, as we said in the class, the more and more we chant, and the more we try to avoid the offenses, be aware of the offenses and try to avoid them, then as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, all the potency has been invested in the holy name. So we have faith in scriptures, and I think we continue our chanting sincerely, and we wait for the stage when we can experience that holy name is Krishna himself. In saying that, Prabhuji, I have no realization as well. So if any other senior devotees would like to comment, they're welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, because it's 7:06, I will give you a call and then we can connect on that. Right? Is that okay?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a blissful Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.